and gentlemen, in commemoration of Veterans Day 2022 and today's Salute to Service Game Day theme, the Husky Band is honored to pay tribute tonight to a very special organization. Since 1941, the United Service Organizations, widely known simply as USO, has made it their mission to not only entertain our troops both home and abroad, but to help bring a sense of home to those who proudly and selflessly serve our country and spend months at a time away from their families. The band opens with a taste of the big band music that was popular when the USO first began entertaining our troops. Here's Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. Paved the service for many other entertainers who have followed in his footsteps and continue to lift up the spirits of today's military community. As part of the Husky Band tribute to our servicemen and women, the band is honored to bring you a taste of the unique humor Bob Hope used for over 5 decades as part of his USO shows. And to do so, please welcome, all the way from Las Vegas, renowned Bob Hope tribute artist, Bill Johnson.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? This is Bob, live from Husky Stadium, Hope. Say, I just came out here on a wing and a prayer. I was on the wing because as a football player, I didn't have a prayer. Actually, I want to thank Huskies head coach DeBoer for providing my transportation today. I really enjoyed that ride over from the airport. And I only fell off his handlebars twice. And you know how they sometimes give important people an escort of 2 police officers riding ahead of you on a motorcycle? Well, ahead of the coach and I, we had Harry the Husky and Dubs trying to bite off the seat of Benny the Beaver's pants. And what a welcome when we got here, all this yelling and screaming. I said, is that for me? He said, nah, around here that always happens anytime one of our guys tackles a duck. But hey, I see the Pac-12 recently got rid of my position in football. I was a special teams power. Now, in case of an onside kick, it was my job to distract the other team by streaking the concession stand. But hey, what an honor it is to be here tonight as we salute our troops. Oh man, just walking out here, I kept feeling a sharp tug at my heart. Either I'm sentimental or my girdle got caught in the trombone. I remember that first soldier audience. I looked at them, they laughed at me. It was love at first sight. It was May 6, 1941. We did a show for the Army Airmen stationed at Marchfield. Oh, they even took me for a ride in one of their airplanes. Just as we were about to do a loop-de-loop, I said to the pilot, hey, how come you're wearing a parachute and I'm not? He said, well, they need me. That was the beginning of my love for the American GI. Shortly after that, we teamed up with the USO, and we've been going steady ever since. Every time we did a show for the Navy, I was held over. Yeah, held over the side of the ship. And you know how they say Marines are so tough they can eat nails? I ate in the Marines' mess once. That was the best thing on the menu. But perhaps the most fearless guy I met was a pilot in the U.S. Coast Guard. He was flying an odd plane. They said it was a BC-135. That's not the model number. That's the year it was made. I thought they were kidding till the pilot got on wearing a toga and sandals. But the first time we flew with a member of the Air Force, the flight was great. But I think the plane was rather old. In fact, the pilot sat behind me wearing goggles and a scarf. We'd play wherever the troops were stationed. We did one show so close to enemy lines, if you made an exit stage left, you got captured. And those soldiers get lonesome. In fact, anytime a lone wolf starts howling, it starts a community sing-along. I met one guy who was so lonesome he started dating his tattoo. Yeah, don't laugh. His friends were saying, does she have a sister? As time passed, we began to realize the reason why troops all over the world welcome the Bob Hope USO show was that we spelled out more than anything else, home. As the soldiers would sit and watch the show, all of a sudden, for a brief moment, they were transported out of the war zone and comforted by a memory from folks back home. The mission of the USO continues to this day to bring a piece of the home front to the war front. So all I can say is, thanks for the memories, UW. Thank you, folks. Hey, thanks.
Fans, let's hear it one more time for Bob Hope tribute artist Bill Johnson. 8 decades later, the USO is still dedicated to making each performance for our troops special and memorable. We draw your attention to the Huskytron as we present a special taste of today's USO.
USO did it again. Did it again. But the true essence of what you do is you bring a little bit of calm in the storm. Tonight, you have an opportunity to do the same thing that they did for me. You have the same opportunity to do that for your family. Maybe for families that you may never meet. Maybe. And if they did it for me, imagine how many other stories that could be told just like this. You're helping that tight.
The Husky Band hopes you've enjoyed tonight's tribute to the USO and would like to thank the head of USO Northwest, Mr. Donald Lightgang, for his invaluable assistance. The band closes its USO tribute with another taste of the early years of the USO when it featured groups such as Andrew Sisters. Enjoy the dance team and the Husky sax section to the big band classic, In the Mood.